The authoritative British military magazine Air Forces monthly reported the detailed process of the May 2025 India-Pakistan Air War, also known as Operation Sindoor or the May 7th Air War. The report, based on cross-verified intelligence from multiple sources, including Indian and French personnel, revealed that the Indian Air Force's actual losses far exceeded officially reported figures. It provided an in-depth analysis of the air war's technical details, tactical applications, and equipment performance. On May 7, 2025, at dawn, the Indian Air Force launched Operation Sindoor, conducting missile and air strikes on 9 targets in Pakistan and Pakistan-controlled Kashmir, claiming to target terrorist infrastructure. In response, the Pakistan Air Force, abbreviated as PAF, swiftly counterattacked, triggering a large-scale, beyond-visual-range air war. Both sides mobilized over 114 to 125 aircraft, with India deploying approximately 72 and Pakistan about 42, lasting over an hour. It was the largest air confrontation since World War II, with neither side crossing the other's airspace. The magazine's executive editor, Alan Warnes, stated in the July 17 report that India actually lost 5 Rafale aircraft, not the officially claimed 3, with a total of 8 aircraft lost, including 2 that returned damaged and were later scrapped. The report listed some aircraft serial numbers and pilot names, based on satellite imagery, wreckage analysis, and intelligence sources. The report detailed the entire battle, noting that the Indian Air Force's Su-30 aircraft, equipped with BrahMos missiles, achieved no results, while Rafale aircraft carrying Storm Shadow missiles, attempting low-altitude penetration, were intercepted by the Pakistan Air Force's J-10CE aircraft. During intense combat, both sides frequently exchanged missile fire, but the Indian Air Force failed to hit any targets, while the Pakistan Air Force achieved a crushing victory. The Indian Air Force's command was chaotic, with pilots exclaiming over radio communications that they didn't know what was happening before being shot down. Even more embarrassing, the magazine confirmed that Pakistan pilots flying JF-17 aircraft destroyed India's S-400 system. The report stated that this battle shattered the Rafales' invincible myth, highlighting the superiority of China's integrated combat systems over Western platforms. French Air Force Chief of Staff Jérôme Bélanger confirmed evidence of 3 Indian aircraft, including Rafales, being shot down. Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh denied the claims but provided no counter-evidence. Western mainstream media, including CNN, Al Jazeera, Washington Post, and New York Times, confirmed India's crushing defeat. U.S. President Trump repeatedly mocked India in public for losing 5 to 7 aircraft, leaving India, which had celebrated nationally for 10 days, in an awkward position. After the Kashmir armed attack, I made a video predicting that India would provoke Pakistan militarily but wouldn't dare launch a full-scale war, making an air war the only possibility. I explicitly stated that the Indian Air Force, facing Pakistan's J-10 and JF-17 equipped Air Force, had no capability to compete and would inevitably be humiliated if it acted rashly. I also pointed out that in joint military exercises between Pakistan and Gulf countries, the J-10 demonstrated combat capabilities surpassing the Rafale, with its PL-15 missile being an unstoppable weapon for the Indian Air Force. After the air war broke out, I immediately pointed out that the Indian Air Force, under Modi's pressure, would falsify its combat results. To cover up the failure, the Indian Air Force might continue purchasing Rafale aircraft. I compiled these past videos into a playlist, and skeptical new viewers can check the India playlist to verify. Now, all this has been proven true, and I have earned the title of the Bharat Empire's foremost prophet. You may find it hard to believe, but after Trump boasted about mediating the India-Pakistan conflict, I didn't mock him as usual, but affirmed his role. I warned Indian media mocking him at the time to respect the facts. Otherwise, given Trump's personality, he wouldn't cooperate with India's fabrications and would retaliate, making India pay a heavy price. Regrettably, Modi probably doesn't watch my channel, preferring Paki Sharma and Arnab Goswami's programs. allowing these clowns to continue spreading lies. As a result, Trump repeatedly confirmed India's defeat publicly, prompting Western media to follow up and investigate deeply. The French couldn't hide the truth and had to let it be exposed. The US, with its comprehensive intelligence system from satellites to spies, ensured France couldn't escape American scrutiny. Why was I certain Trump's mediation was real, and why could I predict India would face his retaliation? The answer is simple. Pakistan's military, through satellite intelligence, determined that India was preparing a high-intensity conflict against Pakistan and made thorough preparations. After the Indian Air Force's crushing defeat, Pakistan effectively gained air superiority. At that point, Pakistan had many options, such as destroying Indian dams to prevent water diversion, a key factor in this war. Pakistan could also launch a counterattack in Kashmir to seize strategic points. Victory was hard-won and had to be capitalized on. China wouldn't support Pakistan's full-scale attack on India, but would be happy to see Pakistan push the line of control forward in Kashmir, creating a larger buffer zone for the China-Pakistan economic corridor. Who could stop Pakistan from doing so? This person also had to ensure that after Pakistan accepted a ceasefire, India wouldn't renege and continue attacking. That person could only be the US president. No one else on earth has such influence. After all, Xi Jinping's ass isn't as fragrant as Trump's and couldn't sway Modi. Thus, I concluded Trump wasn't lying. Though he exaggerated his contributions, his mediation was absolutely real. Why did I predict India would face severe retaliation from Trump? The reason is simple. Trump is a political thug who calls himself a deal-making master, always taking advantage and never accepting losses. In his eyes, India is just America's watchdog. He mediated for India, but after the ceasefire, Indian media denied his role and mocked him relentlessly. The Indian government remained silent, not speaking up for him. Given Trump's character, he wouldn't stay quiet. He would not only retaliate against India and Modi, but also repeatedly humiliate them. He would make unreasonable demands of India. If India complied, the US would reap benefits. If India dared resist, the humiliation would intensify. Modi has no cards to play. Finally, I want to say to my channel's Indian viewers, my channel has been blocked in India because Modi's government fears this small channel with 30,000 subscribers. Since you're abroad or willing to use a VPN to watch my videos, you should seriously consider why my predictions about India are almost 100% accurate. Why are your officials so foolish? Why does Modi, this clown, always perform according to my script? Don't you find this terrifying? The whole world knows India is a joke, and Modi is the king of clowns. To wash away this shame, you must vote him out and elect a normal leader. This person may not lead India to glory, but at the very least, you'll have a normal country. What does insulting me change? Can it erase the fact that India is mocked by global media? Is India's current embarrassment caused by my small channel with 30,000 subscribers?